Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for my Aries collective. Any major Aries placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind though, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time. This reading may or may not be for you, so please only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. All right, Aries, let's jump in and see what kind of a message Spirit has for you. I'm not assigning a time frame. I think these readings are timeless, they're limitless. So whenever you're guided to listen to the message is likely when you need to receive it. So we will see what Spirit has to come through for you, Aries. We got 3 cards here. Bottom of the deck. Unsettled times. You need to plan ahead. So you might be feeling like you're jumping from one thing to the next, and you might feel very unsettled in the energy, not really sure where you're going next. So you might want to get into that 9 of Pentacles energy and make some plans when it comes to forward movement, because there's this aimlessly rambling energy in your life. It feels like you're spiraling over and over again in this deep energy of indecisiveness. So I kind of think you are being called to seek out information that will help you. You might be dealing with a very sticky karmic entanglement here. When I think of vines, I think of, feeling trapped in a situation, and maybe this is creating a lot of unsettling energies in and around you. And then we get this involvement with the law. So doesn't have to be physical law involvement. This could be the cosmic law of cause and effect. But I think get ready for like a finality, a final decision to be made. Like I'm being shown a judge kind of hammering down that gavel saying final order. Maybe there's going to be some court involvement that you're going to have to be dealing with when it comes to, a very sticky, entangled situation here. And I think you got to stop rambling. I think you really need to stick to a plan and go forward if you are to, have your wishes come true. So definitely dealing with something that's created a lot of unsettling energies in the month of March. Maybe the energy is trying to warn you of a problem in the near future, especially when it comes to your finances. So I think get ready to quickly go in a new direction, but you're really going to have to do some digging here. I don't think you have all of the answers when it comes to a wish that you've asked for. So I think get ready to deal with something from the past once and for all, a final decision to be made. Maybe you're going to be dealing with some accusations. I think somebody's going to be pointing the finger at you in some way, shape, or form. And I kind of feel maybe this is in regards to your soul's purpose. Definitely a major karmic cycle is coming to a close. So I feel this painful lesson is needing to be learned, and you're needing to resolve whatever negative experience has gotten you into this very entangled situation. You are reminded to demonstrate love and compassion no matter what it is that you're dealing with. It does feel pretty negative, I'm not going to lie. But I think get ready to work through this lesson once and for all in order to turn this pain into an opportunity for growth. So we will see what else needs to come through. I think you've kind of got some throat chakra blockages. Where have you not felt confident when it comes to expressing yourself openly and honestly? You're going to have to speak up and speak up loud and proud. You're really going to have to find your authentic voice when it comes to closing of a cycle. I think your guides and your angels really have been trying to connect with you. So in order to journey towards your guides, you're likely going to need to spend some time in meditation, really connecting with your spirit guides, the archangels, your ancestors, because they're kind of guiding you towards your wish fulfillment. But there's definitely something that is coming to the surface that really has created all kinds of triggering, testing energy recently. And it's kind of time to address this once and for all. Maybe it's kind of time to face some fear. There's definitely this gap in time or space Maybe you've been in the void, and maybe in the void is where you're being asked to honor the sacredness of your soul, the sacredness of your journey, and really go into nourishing your mind, your body, and your soul in the most healthy ways possible. When it comes to this correction is what I'm shown, like a correction, a flip of the script. And, you know, it's in that void, that dark void, that we really can begin to alter our perceptions and shift our perceptions from negative to positive, because there's something going on below the surface that you are encouraged to just surrender to and let it be. Because I kind of feel you're releasing all kinds of illusions of the mind, Aries, and it's kind of time to face that fear. If you want to experience life to the fullest, you're really going to have to speak up. And, you know, sometimes we can't see things for what they are in the throes of whatever situation you've got yourself entangled in. And I think you're being asked to re-examine something from another angle in order to see something differently. So I do feel you're in much need of some reprieve, a disconnect, some quiet time in solitude and inner reflection as part of your healing journey in order to rejuvenate your energy reserves. Maybe you're preparing for a reunion with a loved one on the horizon, but this karmic lesson needs to be resolved first and foremost in order for this wish that you asked to be granted. So we'll see what else needs to come through. Yeah, you got something sticky on your hands. You're really going to have to navigate carefully. I think you're going to be dealing with some challenges, and I don't think it's going to be easy. And I kind of feel, yeah, get ready to face some obstacles ahead. I kind of feel this energy of everywhere you turn, you keep getting met with blockages, roadblocks, walls. Maybe you feel like you're banging your head up against the wall, repeating a pattern over and over. Maybe there's something needing to come out about a secret when it comes to a life partnership. Maybe you're closing out a marriage. Maybe there's a secret going to come out when it comes to a life partnership that's going to create a bunch of obstacles. Either way, I think, yeah, there's that fear again. I kind of feel you're in the throes of a rebirth process and closing out a divorce. This flipped out in reverse, marriage reverse. So maybe there was secrets within a lifetime partnership, a long-standing commitment or a marriage. And there's like some deep-seated hurt here. Maybe somebody was disloyal to you in the past, and it's kind of time to face that hurt once and for all in order to gain that new perspective, to see things differently. You know, we get hurt along life's journey. Maybe you need to take a break, take a vacation. But there's definitely a deep past life connection here trying to come through. Maybe you've been waiting to receive a message from somebody that you thought was going to turn into a life partnership. There's definitely the ending of a long-standing committed partnership. Somebody here has a secret. Somebody here has a secret. Maybe somebody fears this secret will come out. But, you know, there really is nothing to fear. I think somebody fears deep emotional intimacy. And maybe it's time to embrace some change. I think a new dawn is coming, and there is going to be something illuminated. I do think everything's kind of been a little stormy, a little hazy, a little bit unclear. And I kind of feel there's going to be like this correction energy when it comes to some past pain, some past hurt. Maybe at one point in time, you thought this connection was going to turn into a committed partnership, a life partnership. And maybe somebody went in another direction, and that really skewed your perception on loyalty. Maybe somebody secretly is going through a divorce, preparing to come forward and share that truth. There's definitely an issue with the throat chakra being blocked. Either you or somebody you're connected to needs to remove any blockages and find a way to honestly and openly express themselves. I think get ready to receive a message. I do. I think get ready to receive a message. You're going to need to show compassion. I do think either you or somebody you're connected with is walking away from a lifetime partnership. They're secretly making plans to walk away, to quite possibly travel towards you. I do think you've left quite an impression on this person. And I think maybe it will lead to a lot of loyalty, but I kind of feel this energy of the two of you in separation. It's like there's this big block between the two of you. And one or both of you are in the dark night of the soul, but maybe it's time to finally fix what's broken. Whenever I see this card, I always hear that song in my head, I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. So I think somebody's secretly been watching you from a distance, preparing to travel towards you. Maybe somebody's going to be coming to visit you at your house after a divorce is finalized, after a finality, definitely involvement with the law. I think maybe a court case coming to a close. And maybe this was a journey as part of your growth and your expansion. I do think wishes are going to be granted, and somebody is preparing to seize a new opportunity. Maybe somebody needs to ask you for guidance. If you're the one waiting to receive communication, I think you are encouraged to just be that lighthouse, be that pillar of strength, because there's a storm brewing below the surface. And I think get ready to receive a message around the next holiday, around Easter. I think somebody's going to be reaching out in order to kind of rebalance a situation. So secrets. Yeah, there are secrets here. Somebody's held a secret deep inside for a very long time. I think somebody feared deep emotional intimacy and they were protecting their heart. Maybe they were protecting the children. I do think children have been involved. And maybe part of your life purpose right now is to heal some brokenness within a committed partnership. I'm not entirely sure, but I kind of feel somebody's seeking that advice, maybe going to see a psychic or a healer, tapping into some spiritual arts. I think there's a really misguided misunderstanding here that needs some healing, and the universe is preparing one or both of you to leave a toxic partnership behind, and to pay back some karmic debt. Maybe somebody's been struggling in this foundation because they fear walking away. They fear, stepping into poverty. Maybe they fear being ostracized by a social circle or a family. Definitely the law. Somebody's definitely dealing with a lawyer of some sort when it comes to closing out a cycle within a household, within a family structure is what I'm feeling. And this is directly related to some past life karma. So get ready to reach a settlement. When it comes to any legal disputes that are outstanding. You might want to defend yourself. I do feel something is going to be settled and handled according to, what is right, what is just, what is fair. I also feel this is really going to allow you to be the leader of your life. Aries is a very leadership energy. So I think get ready to recognize what blockages are needing to be removed. Could be dealing with the mother of your children. You could be dealing with the mother of your children. Somebody here is very guarded. They're not willing to give freely. They're not willing to share openly. Maybe you are cutting ties with the mother of your child and it was a very toxic, unhealthy relationship. You definitely didn't get what it is that you deserved. And I kind of feel it's time to recognize that this is definitely a burden that you've carried throughout many lifetimes that you're really needing to recognize and heal. I think you're dealing with deep feelings of inadequacy, maybe shame acquired from this ending, walking away. There's definitely secrets here. Maybe somebody's secretly going to see a lawyer. Doesn't have to be. But I think release any feelings of inadequacy. You could be dealing with somebody that secretly had an affair. Definitely some disloyalty here. And I think you're being asked to dedicate yourself to returning to a state of balance. You're definitely being tested by some external influences coming up here. And I think you lack this belonging of feeling, and maybe it's kind of time to shed some pride and some ego, especially if you're dealing with any drama with the mother of your children. You are being asked to demonstrate compassion. I think there's healing that needs to be done within a separation or an ending before you can walk towards your wish fulfillment. So get ready to face a lot of adversity, a lot of challenges to overcome. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sell you fluff. I'm here to help you overcome these roadblocks. And sometimes we involuntarily create these challenges and these roadblocks, and these people come to test us with all of this adversity in order for us to break free from something that's really caused a lot of devastation. I think you're being asked to focus on your overall wellness, your overall health. I do think you're an old soul, Aries. And I think you've got a lot of spiritual wisdom and enlightenment, and it's time to bring that into your current existence. Do not let somebody trigger you into anger or rage. You're going to have to control your reactions, your negative reactions to whatever situation is, coming to a complete close. And I think the energy is asking you to lead with love, regardless if it's returned to you or not. So there is a lot of deep emotions here, without a doubt. Don't let your feelings hold you back from finding that authentic voice and fully expressing yourself, because I think that's going to create that freedom, that liberation that you're seeking in order to step into abundance and wealth. I think you're climbing the spiritual ladder, the ascension ladder towards success is kind of what I'm feeling. But let's jump in with some cards, Aries, and see what else needs to come through for you. Three of Swords. Definitely healing from some past heartbreak, from an ending of a marriage, I feel. Maybe you've walked away from this for a while. Maybe it's been 3 years. But I don't think you've actually digested the lesson, and it's kind of time to find that balance, Aries. Could be dealing with this Queen of Coins, but what I feel is the energy is asking you to find your own stability again, to find your strength to move forward with confidence and clarity. Because I think you're stepping into your magician qualities. You have all of the tools that you need to move forward, to have victory and success. But you're going to have to speak up, and you're going to have to go into the depths of this pain if you're to balance your inner energies and learn this very strict Saturn lesson once and for all, so you don't have to keep repeating this negative cycle. So don't hold back. We'll see what else needs to come through for you, Aries. The Chariot, the Knight of Wands, quickly going in a new direction. Cancer energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, and then we get this Wheel. So there's a lot of expansiveness coming through when it comes to a brand new exciting beginning. The Pages also could indicate children. I think maybe you entered into a partnership and you weren't fully mature enough to, understand what you were entering into. I think you are dealing with some drama with the mother of your children. And it's kind of time to go through this death, this transformation, this rebirth. And I think you've lacked the strength to, release the lower ego. And it's kind of time to transform your life. I kind of feel you're deep within some underworld aspects. And there's a lot of emotions here. Maybe even somebody, moved away from you in the past. There was a lot of passion here. And somebody, went in another direction. They come in and they quickly come in and then they quickly left. And maybe it left you stunned, confused. Could be this Cancer energy. Doesn't have to be. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Leo. But I think it's kind of time to reconcile like some inconsistency, non-committal. Maybe you fear commitment again. Maybe you fear getting into another commitment because you've recently gone through a divorce that you've not fully healed from. And it's kind of time to stand in that Aries Emperor energy to take charge of this situation. I think you were in a false foundation in the past, and this is completely closing out. It was an illusion. It wasn't real. And I think it's kind of time to own that once and for all. Interesting. I start all of my decks upright. Not sure how this one is reversed. The Three of Wands reversed. I think you better start healing this heartbreak, or you're going to miss out on the abundant opportunities that are trying to come in. So there's a lot of expansion, though, when it comes to releasing this fight. Are you playing into a power struggle with your soon-to-be ex-wife or something like that? Definitely fighting with the mother of your children is strongly coming through. You need to harness your masculine energy and maybe not be so abrasive. So you got to remember, I could be talking to you, Aries or cross-watcher. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but there's a lot of people in the mix. It feels very dramatic, very chaotic. And there's going to be a total breakdown of something here, because you can't keep playing into the arguing. You can't keep playing into this constant back and forth power struggle. Somebody here has some ego issues with that Leo energy. And this Saturn energy is coming in, this brute force, this Mars energy is coming in saying, hey, it's time to master this lesson. It was a false foundation to begin with. So maybe it's time to come into acceptance. There's something being illuminated when it comes to a false structure that's created all kinds of drama in your life. And it's, once again, time to allow this lesson to come full circle. Major karmic lesson coming full circle. You're reaching a milestone moment in your life, preparing to take that leap of faith for this new beginning. But you're going to have to nurture and mother yourself first. You're going to have to heal this broken heart. I don't think you've went into the depths of this pain. I think at one point in time, the two of you had a very abundant life together. But I don't think there was any love there. They're not looking at each other. And I do feel you've not fully moved on from the past. And you're in this state of disillusionment, confusion. Maybe you've got a lot of options coming up here. But I think it's kind of time to sit in this truth and to master this lesson before moving forward. That Aquarian energy. So definitely in the throes of some underworld transformation here when it comes to moving on from a foundation, a long-standing partnership that might have recently just closed out, or maybe you're coming to the end of a court battle. But I don't think you fully healed. And Saturn's coming in saying it's time to rebalance this energy once and for all. And then we close off the reading with this beautiful Queen of Cups and Faith. Taurus energy, Cancer energy. And it's kind of time. I always look at the Seven of Pentacles as a timing card. It's really time to learn this lesson, to master this lesson. There is a beautiful, loving energy trying to come in that will likely lead to a higher level of commitment, a lifetime partnership. Maybe you're losing faith. Maybe you don't believe this is coming in. Somebody here has a lot of love for you and does see you as a lifetime partnership. If you notice the dolphins behind her, dolphins mate for life. And I kind of think the time is now. I think somebody's been withholding coming forward with an apology or an offer because you still have some healing to do when it comes to maybe a past cheating scenario. But we're going to clarify, because I do feel you're in the throes of some very transformational energy with the Death card and the Strength reversed, and you're going through shedding all of these lower vibrations of the ego. Yeah, cutting cords with toxicity for this brand new beginning. And I think maybe you're obsessed when it comes to a missed opportunity in the past. Maybe you're obsessed with waiting to receive a message, and there's something that needs to be cleared because you're kind of, you got yourself all caged up. Whether this is obsessive behaviors, a toxic pattern, definitely dealing with some very toxic devil-like energy. And it's time to uncage your heart, Aries. It's time to break free from looking back at the past over and over again. Definitely some third-party heartbreak here. And it's kind of time to go through this transformation, Capricorn energy. And there's your energy, Aries, the Fool. Uranus. I think get ready for a shocking turn of events. I do feel you're going through an awakening. Is kind of what I'm feeling. You're going through an awakening and you're kind of maturing. Definitely. Finding that voice, that internal voice, finding the strength to find that authentic voice and speak clearly, honestly, and openly. I also feel you're receiving all kinds of downloads. Could also be dealing with a Pisces or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I think maybe you're needing to, dig a little bit deeper, do some research. Maybe somebody's watching you. Blue is all about throat, and to speak that truth really is a double-edged sword. I do feel you're receiving a lot of downloads, sifting through some illusions and definitely going through an awakening of some sort. And a final judgment call is going to be made. A final judgment call is going to be made. I kind of feel you're going through a very intense period of soul retrieval. Pluto energy, death, rebirth, transformation. And it's kind of time to walk away from the past once and for all, because I kind of think you're at the crossroads. Pivot. It's time to choose a pathway. It's really time to harness your inner masculine energy, whether you are a woman or a man, to embrace this expansion. Something about that Jupiter-Pisces conjunction on April 12th. I think get ready for massive transformation, because you're kind of climbing the ladder towards success, and whatever's coming up to be addressed is healing a childhood pattern, a core Chiron wound, Sag energy. And it's kind of time to alchemize these lessons in order to climb the ladder to success. I also feel maybe you've been deeply wounded. If there's been some blocked communication, there's definitely been some blocks. Somebody's not wanted to look at things at face value, but I kind of feel, you know, somebody's preparing to remove these blocks, Libra. Something about the moon energy. We have an Aries new moon coming up. So maybe between the Aries new moon and the Libra full moon, something is going to come full circle when it comes to a higher level of commitment. Let's look at this tower, Aries. Three of Cups, Temperance. That's what I thought. I think you're healing from a divorce. Doesn't matter how recent or how far in the past, there's still something that needs to be healed in this connection when it comes to third-party masquerading. Maybe you were cheated on in the past, and maybe that really created blocks to being emotionally intimate with somebody new. But I think you're ready to rise as the visionary leader that you were meant to be. You're definitely healing a lot of third-party interference. You're healing, taking off the mask, finding your authentic voice, stepping into your power, stepping into your masculine drive, going through a deep period of integration and healing. I think you're a visionary leader, and this is going to open up the gateway of your heart for a brand new beginning in love that is going to give you what you need, that will lead to a lifetime committed partnership. But there's a need to process all of this past betrayal once and for all if you're to step towards wishes being granted, because I think you might be dealing with a Cancer, a deep spiritual connection where the two of you will see eye to eye. Swans mate for life too, two becoming one, and this is what you prayed for, this is what you asked for, but you need to heal something from the past that has created a negative block. And I think get ready for something to be illuminated when it comes to where you have not been fully emotionally available for this soulmate connection, because we got a true pair. You very well could have some water in your chart. I think there's a lot of memories here. There is a lot of love here, and maybe one or both of you are in the throes of going into the underworld to understand the depths of this connection on the heart. And I think you've been working on independence. I think, you know, you got to get grounded in your independence in order for this union to materialize in the physical world. But let's take a look at this Queen of Cups and this Faith or Hierophant energy. Yeah, I think maybe somebody did leave you out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles reverse. So they could go inside and do some shadow work too. Maybe you mirror reflected back to one another your deepest wounds of not really being emotionally available to have the intimate connection, Virgo energy. Somebody wants to come out from the cold. Another true pair, Queen of Wands, and you could be dealing with somebody too that has a lot of passion for you. But I think they had their guards up, they had their walls up, because I think like you, they were hurt in the past, and you triggered a spiraling of all of these distorted mental beliefs to kind of be revealed and removed. And maybe you've both been dreaming about each other, even having nightmares quite possibly, when it comes to what you both think might have been a missed opportunity. I think get ready to lay down a long-standing burden that's plagued you both for a long time in order to step into authenticity so you can build that legacy for the future. Definitely a legacy here. And there is going to be a karmic rebalancing, because I do feel it's kind of time to birth this new life. I think it's time to reap your harvest of all of the work that you've done. But there is another layer of going back around and healing any past betrayal and heartbreak. So you are ready to receive this great love, because I do feel the time is now. And there's been this withholding because I don't think you were quite ready for the intensity of this deep emotional connection. So let's get you a couple last messages from Spirit. I think you're learning how to draw healthy boundaries, and you're definitely being asked to get to know yourself first, to remove everything dissatisfied in your life, get rid of anybody that's been depleting you. I kind of feel you've been going through a period of purification, removing any toxic people or situations out of your life. And I think this divorce that you've been dealing with has had to completely close out in order for you to embrace this future energy. So you are encouraged to stay in positive vibration, and that will bring more positivity into your life. I think it's time to heal the past once and for all, so you can start living in the present moment, Aries. Really embracing the future, because there is a deep spiritual loving connection here trying to come in. But I think there's a big lesson in nurturing yourself. Pay attention to the subtle cues that someone's words are not saying. Maybe it's time to go within and maybe embrace the telepathic connection that the two of you share. Either way, a destined event is coming. That's what that tower is indicating. So if you feel that energy coming, you're definitely right, because it's kind of time to acknowledge and learn from the past once and for all, and to recognize that maybe this separation was necessary in order for you to create healthy space between you, and whatever unhealthy situation is coming to a complete close. Maybe you're the teacher, maybe you're learning a major lesson, but I think honesty is going to be key. You're definitely divinely protected. I don't think you have anything to worry about. And meditation is really going to help you get through these energies. So meditation to center yourself. Really honor your body and take care of yourself. I feel one or both of you are stepping into spiritual maturity. And the outcome will bring happiness. And I kind of feel you're in the home stretch. So get ready to receive a message or an offer, because somebody here has a lot of love for you and you don't have anything to worry about, Aries. And that's kind of what I've got for you. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin flame reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, Aries. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.